What is up, everybody? My name is Andrew, and welcome to Space Engineers Survival 2021 on the lovely planet of Pertam. This is episode number 4, and we're starting things off with a very nice storm. I usually I'm AFK when I start these things, so like I start the world, then I go do something else, then I come back. I came back this time to myself dying, and you can see that in the bottom where my health is 88. Luckily, though, we built this medical bay last episode, so we can just get that health back. Unfortunately, we can't get our oxygen back unless we use this one out here because of the because that's the one that has the ice in it. Speaking of ice, I did actually learn from some comments on the last video that ice is not where we thought it was. Apparently, the green areas that ice is are like these gigantic green, rich green areas. Not like what we saw where it's like one tree, but like areas with big grass and stuff. So apparently, we have not found an ice. What the heck? So that happened. One of the other things you guys were saying in the comments is that I should be very, very careful of lightning, and I didn't. I'll be honest with you. I didn't fully believe you guys until just then, because God hath smited me down in an instant for my lack of belief. So I guess this guy is a testament to that, and he will be there until he's not there anymore. That would be now. Okay, so a couple things I want to do this episode. I want to expand our base a little bit, specifically with a way to get oxygen, and I have a plan for that, which we'll go over in a second. Additionally, I want to flesh out that mini base over there. I don't actually even know where it is. It's over there somewhere. We have like a little iron mini base we're working on. You can kind of see it over the hill right there. I want to kind of make that a little bit bigger and actually like operational, so we can use it if we want to. Oh man, I hear thunder. It's scary. And then also I want to start on the little road idea that I was thinking of. So we're not going to build like a straight up road, like building blocks for a road, but we're going to put some like posts. So kind of like how like a boat has buoys that it has to abide by. So it has to stay within the buoys because the buoys tell it where to go. We will have little light posts that will be useful in a storm. And we'll have maybe like one right there, and they'll just continue out to wherever we go. And we'll place, I don't know, they'll be intermittently, so there won't be that many of them. Okay, starting things right off, the first thing I want to do is get the oxygen situated. Since we have not found ice, I have a plan for that. Let me real quick see if I can get some steel plates. Why can I not? I guess I can't just wait, hang on. Why can I not just take those from there? That's weird. You guys are connected, right? Oh, that's the cargo container. This right here is the assembler. Okay. How's our production doing, actually? I want you to work on the construction components first. And then work on these things. Actually, work on some of the girders. Okay, that's fine. Yeah. Alright, so what we're going to do for this is we're going to build an oxygen tank. So if I press G and go to aux. We're going to go to oxygen tank here and place it in somewhere. Where would our oxygen tank go? Probably maybe somewhere like right here. I don't know. Maybe we'll just place it... I actually don't know how I want to place this. Okay, we're actually going to place it right there. We'll rebuild that. And I think I need the steel plates that I dropped as well. So we're going to place it right there, which will be out of the way of everything that we need. I'll place my vent on right here. Vent. Okay, vent goes right here. We just need to go get some steel plates, construction components, motors, and computers. Steel plates, construction components, motors, and computers. And that's a vent. Okay, so now with the vent there, what we can do is we can go into it and we can say depressurize, and that should pull air. Let me put one of these under it because it would look nicer. That should pull air into the oxygen thing, I think. Or it's supposed to. Pressurize? Depressurize. I don't know how this thing works. Toggle off, toggle on. Let's see if it's actually doing anything. If I hop in here. Oh, it is. Okay, so it's filling that up. And now what we're going to do, once that's filled up, is we're actually going to route this into there so we can get oxygen straight from our thing right there. So what we're going to need for that, I believe, is interior plates. And then all this, we don't need that. We don't need that. Small steel tubes, though, we do need. Do we have any more interior plates? Because I'm really low. Okay. Okay, that should be good. Alright, we can just convey this into there. And we're just going to use normal conveyor blocks for now. We'll eventually change this up when we have, like, ice. But for now, there's no reason to. So unfortunately, with this setup, I mean, it will stop us from dying due to oxygen, but it will not stop us. Like, we'll still need ice for hydrogen, so we won't be able to use our jetpack as much until we get this resolved. But now, with our O2, you can see it's at 73. If I go in here, it should be at 100. So we don't really need ice for oxygen, which is a nice thing. So we have oxygen sorted. That's good. Alright, so with that sorted, and it's actually becoming nighttime, kind of. You can see our lights actually starting to do something. What I want to do is I want to get some of those little mini buoys set up. Specifically, I just want to get 2 set up, maybe one right there and one over there or something. Wait, what's the path to this? Yeah, okay, so I'd get one right here and one right there. Okay, so let me go get some steel plates. And I think we're just going to drive around this with our rover because we're going to start having trouble using our hydrogen without depleting all of our ice. So I'm just going to start things. I'm not going to like build it up quite yet. I'll come back with the materials that are required. I just want to kind of get them placed. So P, and we'll turn around here. So I want one right over here. Like here, yeah. And it'll pretty much just, it'll be a very basic thing, kind of. It's just going to be block, and we'll just go up like a reasonable distance, maybe like here. And we'll place a one of these on top. So just something like that. No battery. We're not going to use a battery. We might eventually add a battery later if we want to put a battery on the side here or something. Or maybe we'll replace one of these blocks with a battery. So just like that. And then we'll do another one over here. I'm gonna run out of hydrogen. Yeah, I gotta be careful. I'm going to severely deplete my ice here if I just keep using hydrogen like that. Okay, so one right there and maybe one over here. And when they're built up, they will mark our area kind of like buoys do for a boat. Okay, turn that around a little bit. Yeah. 3, 4, 5, 6. How many did I go here? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So that's 6. We'll go one more, and then we'll put one of these things on the top. Okay, so once we build those up, we'll add a couple of lights as well. And yeah, so it's just gonna be kind of like that. Anywhere we want to go, we'll have like a little road like this. So pretty much wherever we are, we'll be able to find our way back to the base pretty easily just by locating one of these things. So yeah. I actually do want to build it up, so let's build it up. It's going to take a lot of steel plates, but I think we have the iron for it. So let's build this up. We probably need a better tool at some point so this can go faster, and we don't have to use as much hydrogen. But here we are. The top one is going to require more stuff than we have. Construction components, girders, and computers. Oh gosh, it just got really dark all of a sudden. I guess that's why we need those lights on here. Once the power is set up, we will be able to add lights. Let's go to the other one, and then we'll have an idea of how many materials we need. This is kind of cool. We're making a road without necessarily making a road. What do we need for this? Construction components, girders, and computers. Okay, I can get those. Hopefully this will help us be able to see at night and get us toward the point where we want, or where we'll be able to start doing stuff at night. Currently, we don't do much at night because it's very dark. It's hard to see. You can't explore. But like, I mean, we don't really have to explore that much anymore because we kind of know where everything is. Like we know where our iron is over there. We know where our silicon is over there, and we know where some nickel is over there. So we don't really have to do that much exploring, actually. Okay, let me throw these back. Guess I have to throw them back in here. All right, we brought enough materials to fix this up, so let's do so. We need to get all these steel plates welded, which is going to take the majority of the time. But that's why we need a better tool. We can probably make one too, honestly, because we have the silver. And last thing, okay, now we have everything set up. Let's go and get some more hydrogen. I want to do a quick ice check, actually, to see how much ice we have, because I don't think we use that much of it, but we really don't have much in the first place. So we only have 136 ice. I think every time we grab more hydrogen, it probably takes like 2 ice from it. So we're very slowly running out, but we are running out nonetheless. Okay, so for this thing, I don't really know how I want to configure the lights, really, but let me think. Maybe I'll just put one of these, like, I don't know, maybe I'll do something like this. One of those right there, and then I'll do one I'll do like 3 of them. And they'll be facing the inside like this, so you'll see the road wherever you need to go. Okay. Skip. Skip. And that's fine. Weld these up. These are actually really nice to build because they only require 2 construction components. Okay, and then what I also want to do is I want to throw a control panel on these. Okay, so they have a control panel that controls the lights, and what we'll do is we'll just have all of the lights shine on a very high radius with a less intensity. Okay, and that should allow us to see pretty much everything that's on the road. I might actually... Let me real quick do a test. If I were to get a wheel... Because I know wheels look really good when you stack them up. If I were to get a normal wheel... So if I were to place a wheel kind of like this, would I be able to then place a light on it? No, okay, so that would be the problem, is that I wouldn't be able to place a light like that. So, yeah, I'm not much a fan of this, like, blocky look, but I think it's fine. Okay, is there a storm coming? Is there a dust storm right now? There's a sandstorm, okay. Let's go to the other one and get that one set up as well. So I have an evolution of this idea as well that I want to try and do at some point. I want to put like a script on these, and whenever it senses like a dust storm or something like that, it will there'll be like a flashing light that will start flashing. All right, there we go. So that's just the basic setup of this thing. I want to go a little bit far out and see what it looks like from like over here. Maybe if we're at like our iron base, which is somewhere over here. If I don't get lost. I thought it was... Yeah, okay, it is right down here. So if I were to turn around, would I be able to see... Yes, okay, so I can very clearly see where those are. I might throw some spotlights on there as well to kind of light up the path. But something like that. And in fact, the farther we go out, I think that the closer together those might be. I don't know, something like that. Alright, let's hop down here, press P. I want to finish up this base as well. So specifically for this base, what we need to do is we need to finish those up. Then, what was it? I'm pretty sure in the comments you guys told me that the correct distance for those windmills is actually 5 blocks. So if I were to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, if I were to do something like this, boom, and then boom for symmetry, that would... I really want to place one here. Yeah, there we go. Nope, it's not going to let me. Come on, there we go. I don't know why I want to place one there, but I just had to. And then I place one of these right here. I would be able to have power at this base if I set that up. Now I don't have the materials yet, but if I set that up, I will have power. Yeah, there we go. Okay, so it's like a little mini base. Then maybe even we'd have a light. Maybe a light on each of these to designate where we are. And then, yeah, that should be good. I don't think we have enough steel plates for that currently. I mean, we have them back at our base, but we don't have them with us. But I can at least start on these. Actually, those only need motors. Wow. I'm almost out of fuel here. Yeah, motors. Motors only. Okay. With the remaining steel plates, I will just weld these in, see what happens. Or see how many I can get. Okay, let's go back to base and see if we can get more steel plates and motors. We'll go in first person, because why not? Actually, one thing I wanted to do... Let me press P to stop us. One thing I wanted to do is I wanted to go to my cockpit, which is right here. And I wanted to change the color of these. So the background color I want to be just black. Oh, that's only changing the one. So background color is black. Foreground color is going to be green because I like the look. And I'll do that for all of these. Okay, I think that looks a little bit better. It's, well, at least it's not as bright. So we can now see... We have our speed, we have our weather, and we have... that doesn't actually matter. We can actually change that if we want. That's just our... Well, I mean, our power usage is pretty good. The hydrogen is not as useful. Oh man, it's so bumpy. Alright, we'll drive up here, and we'll go and get the materials we require. Skirt! Alright, I've come for some steel plates. And I've also come for some motors. Steel plates we'll probably need a lot, and motors That should be enough. For production, what are you guys out of? I've noticed you've stopped. I think they're out of nickel. I mean, they've got to be out of nickel, not iron, because we have plenty of iron. Yeah, we have 17k iron. But nickel, we will need to do another trip to. Ooh, we're speedy. We're a little fast, actually. I always kind of want to keep it under 30, realistically, but, you know, 40's fine. Who cares? What's the worst that'll go wrong? Other than we can't stop in time. Alright, let's get these things welded up so we can get our lights working. I'm gonna not jetpack, actually, so I don't use hydrogen. By the way, so one commenter was talking about, and I'm kind of interested in this idea. So the lack of GPS thing that we have is pretty cool and all, and we're kind of making it work, especially with the buoy things that we can't see anymore. Well, that was the idea, actually. But one of the comment suggestions that I got was that it would be interesting to have a stretch goal to try and unlock the ability to use the GPS. So what do you guys think of that? Off the top of my head, something like, I mean, what's realistic? If you wanted to have GPS in real life, you'd need, like, satellites, right? So we could try and, like, put a satellite up there, and then if we have a satellite, we can get GPS. Or maybe we can try and have 3 triangulated antennas at least 2 kilometers out from our base, and that would allow us to use it. I don't know. Let me know what you guys think about that in the comment section, because that would be kind of cool, I think. Okay, we're out of steel plates. Okay, we'll use enough of them. Let's real quick see if we can put up a one of these, a control panel. No, in fact, we require steel plates for it. Okay, I'm going to actually steal some steel plates then to place this, and I'm going to place it on this side. Actually, I'll place it right here. That's a cool placement for it. Interior lights, I would like you guys to have a high radius with a lower intensity. And I want you to kind of be like orange, because orange designates iron, kind of. Orange-red. So we'll see it from over there and we'll be like, oh, hey, that's our iron. Alright, with that set up, let's go directly to our nickel, because we need some of that. I don't know exactly where... Oh, yeah, it's over there, because we put a marker. So we'll go to our nickel, we'll grab some of that, and it'll be a happy time. Now, where did we put our entrance? Because I know we've been down here, right? I mean, I would have put it down here, personally. And then I would have gone in kind of... Oh, yeah, okay. So it is down here. Let me put one of these up then, if that, since that is the case. Just so we kind of know where it is from there. So the reason we put it down here was so we can get a nice walk to it. I don't have that much space, but I will go and place things back into the ship. I should actually move the ship a little closer as well. So one idea, by the way, interesting idea. This is not that far from that other iron. We could theoretically like run a pipe over here if we wanted to. Could be an interesting idea. I don't know. Like so making mini bases on all the ore deposits would not be very good, which is why I was so happy last episode when we found the one area with like 3 different things, like iron, silicon, and cobalt. So, oh man, that's bright. We can actually see everything now over here. I imagine when it's just dark and not storming, we'd be able to see everything very clearly. But we need to find the entrance. Here it is. Ah, okay. So if you double-click something, it apparently gives you all. I didn't know that. Someone said that in the comments, and it does appear to be true. So double-clicking... Oh, we have too many materials. Or too many of these things. But double-clicking gives you all. That's actually pretty helpful. What I would always do is Control-Shift-Click as many times as there are thousands in the stack. But double-clicking is just a tiny bit faster, so that's nice. Thank you for the comment. Let's go and get more of this beautiful nickel. I'm still impressed by the speed of this drill, by the way. It's extremely fast. It's what used to take me maybe like a full 30 seconds to mine, now takes me 10 seconds. Alright, here we are, 16.6k nickel, pretty good. And then a little bit of stone as well, which is always nice to have. Alright, let's press P and we'll go back to base, which should be very easy to find now thanks to our signals. Yeah, that's actually, that makes things a lot easier. I think we'll put another set of buoys right here next to these so that we can have like a pretty well-defined road. That looks like it's all on fire because of that color, but whatever. Alright, let's head back to here. We're going to need to refill our rover's power at some point, so I think maybe now's a good time for that anyways. Let's get over to the base. So a lot of you guys were saying it'd be cool to put the... remember when I was talking about the separated bases? So you don't necessarily need one base, but you can have two bases. A lot of you guys were saying that would be pretty cool to have. So maybe we'll end up doing that, starting on that this episode. Alright, our rover is now recharging. I want to do a little bit of work on the hangar to kind of help mark out where it's going to go. I don't think we're going to go very far this side because it slopes down quite a bit. We'll probably go mostly that side, but let's go 1, 2, 3, 4 maybe this side. Because I think what we're going to do is we're going to have, let's see, hang on, 1, 2, 3, 4, it's 5 actually, maybe. Yeah, something like that. So I think what we're going to have is we're going to have 5 in between every one of these. So what I said, what I was saying last episode is, like this is a thick rafter. We're also going to have thin rafters, but the thick ones will be every once in a while. And the thick ones will also have, I think we're going to do something like this. Remove this block right here, and instead replace it with a pillar. So the thick ones will have a pillar like that, and one on the other side as well. And then there will be no pillar here, and then we'll have another pillar right here. So right there, yeah. Okay, let's fill out this thick rafter, and that'll help us decide how we want things to play out. I'm just going to place all of these blocks first, or at least some of them, and then we'll place down the other blocks. All right, something like that. Ow! I forgot the gravity on this planet. It's a little bit much to be jumping around. Okay, we should be able to now remove this little thing, and then. Okay, we use one of those blocks down here. There we go. And then one more right here. Standard block there, and one of these right there. Okay, there we go. And then this continues all the way to the other side with standard blocks. Okay, we have both sides done. Now we just need to connect them up, like so. And it'll start to become a little more clear how I want this this hangar to look. Okay, so you see the thick rafters right here. We'll have like thinner ones, which will be only that high right here. So it'll give it a little bit of texture, and it'll look pretty good. And hopefully, it'll also prevent my ships from getting struck by lightning. At least that's the idea. Okay, what do I want to do now? Okay, now that we've done that little bit, I want to extend it on this side as well. I think we'll go probably two sets of 5. So we'll have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 thick one, and then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 thick one again. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 thick one right there, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 thicker one right there. Okay, and that should be like a pretty good hangar. I mean, it's not ginormous, but it should be able to store a bunch of rovers. Pretty much whatever we needed to store, I think. So I don't really want to like completely set this up yet, because wait, how many? We have 63. I don't think we can do the whole thing. But I think in the near future we're going to have a hangar episode. Maybe once we build a second rover, which is something I plan on doing. I don't necessarily. So a lot of people have been suggesting modifications for this rover, but what I would rather do is I would rather store this rover away and then make just a second rover, because we have the materials to do so. And with a second rover, we would just be allowed, or we'd be able to pretty much do whatever we want as far as designing goes. So I think that'd be a cool idea. Once we get a second rover, we'll probably have an episode dedicated to building this hangar out. I'm not terribly impressed by these. I like that they give off a little halo of light, but I would rather they actually go a little further. Oh man, we're starting to bee-hop here. I would rather they go out a little further, but I don't really know how to make that happen. I mean, they go out to there. Drop my light. No, they really only go out to here. Yeah, I would kind of rather they illuminated the ground over there. I guess I could put like a spotlight, I guess. But the spotlight gives off a haze that I'm not really sure I want. Let's see, can we place the spotlight here? Let's see how far they go. We probably don't have everything to place it, but we'll try. Large steel tubes, interior plates, and construction components. Okay, so that definitely goes a little bit farther. I wonder, can I place these ones on here? Or are these only small grid? It looks like they're only small grid. Yeah, this definitely goes farther. Maybe we want to do that. Maybe we want to have a spotlight at ground level facing the other one. That's not bad. If we had the other one doing the same thing, that would probably illuminate the path pretty well. I think ideally what we would do is we would have a hinge. Number 7, we'll throw the hinge up next to this guy, like right there. And then we'll put this on the hinge. Okay, there we go. There's our hinge. And I want to add a one of these as well, a control panel, so we can control it. Now we do have build vision, so we could build vision it, but I'm only going to use build vision for more complex things, or if in case I'm having like a big problem. For things like this, it shouldn't be needed, or maybe it will be. We'll see. Okay, so I want to increase its torque quite a bit because I don't want it moving, and I want to increase its velocity. Decrease its velocity. Yeah, build vision might be actually better for this. Let's stand on this. And also build up the hinge part. Okay, so for build vision, how to use it? I think it's control middle mouse button. Oh, okay, yeah. So control middle mouse button opens build vision, and we can actually go and remove things from it, or and change things from there. So we can increase the velocity a little bit, just like this, by using our middle mouse button to click on these, and then middle mouse scroll wheel to scroll, and we can move this out. I don't know how far I want it. Maybe to there, something like that. The point is that we can change it if we want to, which is really nice. Plus, it looks a little bit cooler. Like, it actually looks like a light post this way. So have it set right there. We'll have that one set kind of over there, and it should illuminate the path pretty well. Let's go ahead and drive over there and try and add that one in. Something like that. Something like voice crack. Okay, something like that should be good. That does kind of illuminate the path pretty well. We have both of them almost intersecting even. That's pretty good. I think we might keep it like that. And so what we'll do then is we'll have these things. We'll blueprint this or something. Or maybe not blueprint it because that only works really in creative. Unless you have a projector. But we'll just remember this design and we'll place it further. Now, one idea I had, which I have not thought much about, but it would be interesting, is if we added something like this. Let me see. Yeah, something like this, really. We don't have any steel plates. Okay, let me go get steel plates and I'll show you. Okay, so if there was something like that right there, and then down here would be just a normal block, and then right here would be a programmable block, like so. And you'd place it kind of like this. Yeah, so if we had something right there, and then finally you'd place a light on the top, which would be this one. If I can, at least. I don't know if I can place it on top like this. Okay, maybe it's not as easy. We'll have it like that then. And then what you would do... Let me see if I can weld this in, actually. Do we have the parts? Okay, we have the parts for that. Okay, so the way this would work, basically, is we would have a script that would detect when there's a storm. So when it realizes there's a storm going on, it would come in here and it would turn on our rotating light, which would then flash like that. So we would know there's a storm, and all of these would be doing the same thing. So whenever any of them detected a storm, they would start flashing like that. So we have basically a row of flashing lights going on like that, and it would look pretty cool. It's just an idea, but basically I need to learn how to script in order to do that. So they give you a couple of instructions in here, so it shouldn't be that hard. But yeah, it would be cool to have something like that. Additionally, what I could do is maybe I could have a weather station back at the base that detects when there is weather, and then instead of having one of these on each thing, I would just have the rotating light and an antenna. And then the antenna would, like the one over there, would broadcast a signal to all of the antennas, which supposedly is possible. And then they would all start flashing like that until that thing stops broadcasting the signal. So something like those would be pretty cool. And then you just, yeah. I don't know, just a cool idea. I wonder, can I increase the rotating light's radius? I can. So if I increase the radius like that, yeah, no, it's very visible. That would be kind of cool. Let me do a little drive real quick. I'm gonna drive over there. I'm gonna look back to see what this looks like, because I know the interior lights were showing pretty well, but I want to see what it looks like when we're using those spotlights. Okay, maybe right here. And let's turn around. Yeah, that's actually extremely clear. So imagine just a row of those going out this way. You would very clearly see your way back, I think. Okay, so I think what we're going to do then, the episode's getting to that length where I wanted to keep it a little bit shorter. What we're going to do is we're going to make 2 more of those, just so that we have like a line started, and then we will end the episode. And then next episode, hopefully we'll do some rover work, maybe. Or maybe we'll go on an expedition. I'll let you guys vote on that. Alright, we've got everything loaded into our rover, all these materials. The sun is starting to come up actually, which for once is actually something I don't want to happen, because we need to be able to see what it looks like in the dark over here. But let's get down here and build our second road buoy. So I think we're going to make it go this way. We'll probably chop down that tree by running into it. So maybe like over here. I don't want them to be too far apart. I want it to be very clear where you would have to go. Maybe daylight is actually good for this. Let's chill for a second. Let's give it some time. Let's let it become daylight, and we'll be able to see where we want our road to be. How about that? Alright, this is actually perfect. Okay, so we want our road to be kind of over here somewhere. That might not actually be perfect. This is why during the daytime is good, because we can see kind of where, like if our road is in a good position. So if I were to turn around right here, you see that the way we were about to go was going to be a mountain. And we definitely do not want to be going at night and just drive straight over this mountain. This might even be what caused us to crash that one. No, actually I think it was down there somewhere. But yeah, so we don't want to mark that out. We want to look for a better path. So maybe the better path would be around this way, because it's pretty hilly over there, but it's very flat right here. So let's mark it out right here then. We'll put one of them kind of next to this, or kind of near. We don't want to upset the ability of that to generate power. So something like this. Okay, so that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. And then we'll place the top thing as well, the star on the tree, if you will. All right, that's one, and the other one I kind of want it to be roughly the same width as that. So maybe here. Yeah, this seems good. The other one will be right here. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. And finally, we can place the angel on top of the tree right here. And we can weld these up. Let me actually place these as well. I want to put everything down before I come around and start welding everything. So one of those right there. One of them right there. And then finally a thing right there and a thing over here. There we go.
Fuel low.
Alright, so this one now is fully done. We just need to rotate it into position, but I'm going to wait until we have that one over there set up as well. And then we'll rotate them both at the same time. All right, so everything on this one is done. Let's go ahead and try and move this thing. Oops. Using build vision. Velocity negative, I think. No, positive this time. Yeah. Okay, so it's very hard to see where the light actually is. So we're just gonna have to kind of guess a little bit. And at night we'll come back and fix this. So we'll guess that that's kind of correct-ish, and then we'll go to the other one. I think that's on, by the way, even though it doesn't look like it's on. I think that's on because when I turn it off, it looks a little bit different. Spotlight, turn. Actually, you know what I can do? Boom. Okay, yeah, I think it's on. I'm still not very sure, but yeah. I might even change the color of these as well, so they're not just like straight up white. Alright, let's go back to the other one and we'll finish this up. I might add interior lights to these as well, depending on what it looks like. Can I fix this? We need 4 large steel tubes. Okay, I'll fix that in a second. But for now, let's grab this. Bump up the torque, I believe. And then bump up the velocity, or decrease the velocity so we can get this turning. Something like that, maybe. And then I needed some large steel tubes as well. Yoink. Okay. Now we have another 2 set of lights, which hopefully work. They don't look like they work right now, but maybe they only like turn on at night. We'll have to check that out probably next episode when it becomes nighttime. So this is kind of the end of the episode. Let's drive back to our base as I explain what we could do next episode. So next episode, we could either expand the base, or another good idea would be to get ice, because that's another thing that we have to do. So if you guys want to see like a large expedition video, so like a video that's pretty much primarily us out there looking at stuff and getting lost, then vote for the expedition. Then we can do that. That will pretty much be just us looking for ice the whole episode. I have no clue where it will be, but I know kind of what to look for. I just need to look for green, and hopefully we can find it. I don't know. We're pretty much just going to go in a direction. Maybe we'll choose that direction over there because it looks cool. Or maybe we'll go back that way. Or maybe we'll go towards the crevasses, which are kind of over in that way direction. We'll install a compass mod too before we do that. But additionally, if you don't want to see that, you can also say that you want to see us work on the hangar and the rover, and we can do that. We can make a new rover and a new hangar. So those are pretty much the options. Aside from a hangar, we could also make the secondary base up there and start on the lighthouse idea that we had. So let me know what you guys think of those ideas and which one you want to see next episode. If you like this episode, please hit the like button, put your comments and your suggestions down below in the comments section. If you're interested in joining the Discord or becoming a patron, which are the names you see on the right side of the screen there, check the description below. And I will see you guys in the next episode of Space Engineers.